Pluto. There are a number of conspiracy theories surrounding the July 2015 flyover of planet Pluto, but the most startling one has its roots from much earlier. According to some people, Pluto simply does not exist. Their reasoning is that if you cannot see it from an Earth-based observatory, it doesn't exist. It's kind of like the red versus blue thing, you know. If I can't see you, you can't see me.
I don't know, bro.
But in this case, if I can't see you, you just don't exist.
I swear I ain't ever seen a straight man take it in the ass. You know what I'm saying? So
It just doesn't exist.
yeah, it just doesn't
bro.
exist. Oh my god. Yeah, the Nazis came from Middle Earth and possibly still live there.
Oh, I see that. Let's fucking read it. Yeah. I'm
Alright.
doing my read. I got my finger.
You
I'm
can-
gonna trace the words with your
Fucking
finger.
press control up and up on the scroll wheel. I need you zoomed in and I need that text on plus fucking 200%.
Yeah, it's on plus 200. I can't read it otherwise. Dude,
I'm
come on.
actually gonna do 125, not ironically.
You blind ass motherfucker.
I get lost, bro. I'm not a great reader, bro. You know, English was my worst subject. Okay, I did better in Spanish. Truly, I think I got better grades. I don't speak Spanish.
That's actually quite embarrassing.
Yeah, well, in fucking English, they want us to put commas, and it's like, did you understand what I'm saying, bitch? And she was just like, well, technically, yeah, exactly. That's the point. That's the point of language. You should be teaching us that, and not this fucking convoluted shit. Save that shit for people who want to major it in college. Anyway, all right. In 1871, under anonymous cover, the writer. Sorry.
Bro, you got this? You got this, bro? I will read this. You realize that, right?
Jesus fucking Christ. I can't. I am so excited for what they could possibly tell me about how Nazis came from the Middle Earth. Okay. I'm going to pull it together. And now it's like a train. All right, so. All right. In 1871, under anonymous cover, the writer-politician Edward Bulwer Lytton published the novella Vril, The Power of the Coming Race. Bulwer Lytton, why can't we just keep it as Lytton, is now most famous for coining the phrase, the pen is mightier than the sword, and the opening line, it was dark and stormy night. Vril, too, has had a long afterlife. A conflation of Vernesque, hollow earth sci-fi, proto-occult theories, and Darwinism. It's narrated by an American who stumbles on an underground race descended from ancient Aryans that's harnessed a source of infinite power called Vril. The Vril, have transcended war, envy, and even democracy to establish a classless utopia. But of course they have a dark side, lacking the imperfections of humanity, but also its empathy. They may one day destroy it.
Okay, just off the fucking rip, I'm gonna pick this apart. Okay, they live in Middle Earth, right?
Yes.
Right. If they've harnessed an infinite power source called Vril, why it's 2020, right? It's been a long time since 1871, right?
Yeah.
Why the fuck haven't these motherfuckers just like come the fuck up? You know,
Maybe
I don't
they're
understand.
gonna
What's the
get
point?
to that. Maybe they're gonna get to that, or maybe it was like a Thomas Edison and Tesla situation where Tesla was clearly superior, but somebody just straight up had his game down. You know what I'm saying? I think Edison, he's a pimp, and he played the game way better than Tesla. The myth of Vril was quickly co-opted by the same Victorian mystics who inspired it, then passed down into the hands of nativist German cults. One of them, the Thule Society, backed Hitler and the Nazis. After the war, writers both pro and anti-Hitler theorized that the Führer's impatience with occultists notwithstanding, something called the Vril Society had actually engineered his rise. In a 1960 book, two French authors asserted that the Nazi had sought to build UFOs powered by Vril. From there, from there, From there, it wasn't too much of a leap for others to suggest that perhaps Hitler had actually fled to Antarctica.
No wonder we can't find him.
No wonder. Hitler had actually fled to Antarctica, made contact with underground areas. Sorry. What? They're what? They're gnomes now? Like, oh my god, bro. Okay, so underground areas, they're cave people. That's what they say about the Germans. If you can't say anything else, you could say that they love caves.
I just like how they talked about ancient areas.
Yeah, I don't know.
What do you mean? What do you mean, like a 1919? You know, like 1919 is ancient to you guys?
I don't know.
When was this written?
He said, "Oh, I don't know when the article was written."
2013. Come on, guys.
Come on.
What's ancient to you guys?
Hitler had actually fled to Antarctica, made contact with underground areas, and begun plotting a world-powered reconquest. A few influential Holocaust deniers celebrated the coming Fourth Reich, while more recent American writers have incorporated the theory into the right wing. New World Order mainstream of conspiracy thought. In short, the Nazis and or aliens are already here. And in New Jersey. Out of all
just New Jersey.
If something like this were to happen, it would be New Jersey or Florida, okay?
No fucking wonder Snooki's so weird, bro.
And in New Jersey sits the Church of Vrilology? Okay. A neo-Norse cult led by a Joe Pesci-like figure named Robert Plumetti, teaching Vril meditative positive thinking techniques. Alas, Vrilology is, in all caps, not for everyone. I don't know. I think the verdict's still out on that one. Per the church's request, it is a new Faustian folk religion for the European man and woman. According to Dave Emery's radio programs, nearly every figure in the world, in world politics, is a tendril of the underground Reich. Get that guy fired. A network including Hitler's personal secretary. There's no denying that IBM and Volkswagen. Alright, that might be true. Had ties to the Third Reich, or that German spies were absorbed into Western intelligence agencies. All I'm saying is that I own a Volkswagen, and I'm like 10% German, so clearly I have contributed to this. But Emery's present-day analysis is a little more paranoid, even for the age of WikiLeaks, a Nazi data mining operation. So, like, that's the end of it.
Wow. So wait, hold on. Let me get this straight. So not only did we talk about a conspiracy theory, right? But by the end of it, they talked about another conspiracy theory, which is that WikiLeaks is a Nazi data mining.
Oh yeah, actually, I glossed right over that.
Nazi. So these guys are good. Yeah. So I want to touch on something real quick. If you click the comments, go down here.
You go.
And Dogito 1000 said, "Sounds kind of far fetched, but then again, the things we are doing today in science seem higher pitch in the 19th century."
You know, this dude's in like fucking northeast rural Alabama, and he has no idea what he's fucking talking about. But okay.
But wait, then he brings the age-old question: if they're in Middle Earth, what do they do for food?
Fucking, these are called rock corn. It's exactly what it sounds like.
It's nice and hard on the outside, nice and molten on the inside. Yo, wait, hold on. Before we move on, I have a picture of Vril Lords, William DeVito, Vril Master, Robert Blumyetti, Michael Canero. These are all
Wait, they go by Vril
followers.
Lords? That's kind of badass, actually.
Well, one good does, but I'm going to show you. This is exactly what we imagined they'd look like.
Oh my!
We got neckbeard 1 with mullet, neckbeard 2 with long hair, handlebar mustache with bald head. So fucking Walter White, and then we got Ugly Danny DeVito.
What I want to do is actually, I want to look this up, see if we can find something more on this. Nazis came from Middle Earth. The Nazi bunkers of Antarctica. Yes, give it to me. It's got a .edu at the end, so you know these people are educated. It's from the Ohio State University. Is there actually? Wait, now I'm starting to think there might be bunkers in Antarctica. Is there actually Nazi fucking bunkers in Antarctica?
Well, there's a
It's got a little
one,
bit. I wanted something with a little bit of heft. Okay. When thinking about Hitler and Nazi Germany, most people can think of at least one conspiracy theory they have heard about. This would be two. Two pretty common ones are the Holocaust never happened, or that Hitler is alive and well in Argentina. So is Tupac, I think.
Why Argentina? Yeah, Tupac's there too, along with Biggie and Elvis Presley.
And MLK. So, a third theory that is beginning to see some popularity among paranormal conspiracy theorists is the idea that the Nazis took control of part of Antarctica and built underground bunkers where they could experiment with creating new technology. This theory originates from a story about a Nazi expedition to Antarctica. Did they come back? Because it's really fucking cold there. Anyway, the story says that while exploring and mapping the area, they uncovered a multitude of underground caves and rivers. One of the caves was particularly large and was turned into a large city that would be home to both Nazis and other powerful groups like the Illuminati. Along the way, the Germans either came across alien technology or made contacts with the aliens. I'm just going to say this. If they came across alien technology, you think they would have used that before we fucking blew up Hiroshima?
Yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah, I know.
Also, why? It's because it's like, okay, who the fuck thinks of, like, who actually is sitting here thinking like, oh yeah, there's aliens, but like I can actually see it. I can see people that actually believe it, because every conspiracy theory, like anyone that's vulnerable to this type of shit, every conspiracy theory that they read, there's always aliens. It doesn't matter if you're fucking like, cheese is actually supposed to be purple, not green.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter what it is. It all has something to do with aliens.
The Germans learned how to use the technology and were able to build a number of weapons. So wait, you're telling me they're still there, right? That's, I guess, what they're implying here with this conspiracy theory. Right? Think about it. These guys went right on the expedition, and they were like the Hitler and whatever, and all their friends and family was back home, and they were like, "Ooh, alien technology, whatever," and they learned how to use it. And we're like, "Hey, you know what we shouldn't do? Go back and tell those motherfuckers and bring them here." Okay? We got an advanced civilization forming over here. We're learning how to fly fucking UFOs. You think we would like bring our family and show them that? No, fuck those losers. Okay? I'm trying to fuck some Yeti bitch out here in fucking Antarctica. I ain't never going back. This belief is extraordinary because there is no evidence that the Nazis ever did or were even capable of building such a base. Geologist and oceanographer Colin Summerhays, I'm sure he's about to spit some straight facts, partnered with journalists and historian Peter Beeching to examine evidence about Antarctica and the Nazis. The pair published a 21-page peer-reviewed study about these mysterious Antarctica-based bases and if they are real or not. Don't keep me in suspense.
No.
In support of this claim is the fact that Nazis did at one point carry out an expedition to Antarctica in 1938. Many conspiracy theorists claim that this was a large-scale expedition with militarized and scientific ships.
Yeah, but like, okay, like I just gotta dip my fucking toes in here a little bit. During that fucking time, everybody was going to Antarctica. There's like 5,000 people living on Antarctica, all scientists. Like, why is it such a hard reach to just kind of maybe think, hey, maybe they're just going over to see what the fuck's up?
So, and here's the kicker, right? This next part. In reality, it was just one small ship with the goal of finding a new territory where Germany could expand their whaling industry.
Yeah, the whaling industry, yeah.
There is also no mention of intent to establish a base in any Nazi documents. And after the start of World War II, the Nazis don't return to Antarctica until 1959. The crew manning the ship also would have been nowhere near large enough to build a base the size of what is being claimed. Aliens did it, you dumb fuck. Jesus, like, contradicting yourself in your own article. Let's get another bit of evidence for this theory is about the Nazis agreeing to the Antarctic Treaty. The treaty makes Antarctica a research zone and states that Antarctica cannot be targeted in any way by bombs or missiles. Conspiracy theorists jump on this and say, why would Nazi Germany sign this agreement? Because that's how I imagine people reading it. The claim is that they signed this agreement to deter other nations from visiting Antarctica and stumbling upon their base.
Well, they did that. They definitely did that. It's not like almost every fucking first world nation actually has people and scientists on there. So they really succeeded on that front.
And the research being done there. There has been no evidence found to corroborate that point. Additionally, some claim that Hitler himself is actually in Antarctica. Dude, you think there's a lot better places for you to hide? That's not negative 50 negative fucking 20 or 30, and that's the average temperature.
Also, just saying, we're going to talk about, we're in the time period of like 1938, right?
Yeah.
You do the math, 1938 2020. How old does that make the fucker?
Well, he's dead now. There's no way. There's no way he's still alive.
Yeah. Well, no, he's got the vril in his blood.
Oh, yeah. Yo, let's go back to that picture for a quick second. What are the chances that those four guys... No, not going to say it.
What are the chances that those four guys actually have found an ancient technology called vril? And those four guys right there are the most powerful human beings on the planet. Could you imagine that? I'd still fucking... Shut up, neckbeard. As I get vaporized.
The evidence for this idea is based on the claim that a German ship arrived at an Argentinian base located in Antarctica after the war ended. Another popular conspiracy theory is that Hitler escaped to Argentina at the end of the war, and so therefore he was picked up by the German ship and sent to Antarctica to live at the secret bunker. Unfortunately, there is no evidence that Hitler ever made it to Argentina or that the supposed German boat ever went to Argentina's Antarctic base. So why do so many people believe this? Well, I'm going to be frank with you. They also believe that 5G is giving them cancer and then coronavirus was an offspring of that.
If you somehow made it to this YouTube video and you're somehow related to any of the motherfuckers that believe this, you gotta blink twice if you want out. We hear you, okay?
One major reason is simply because it's Antarctica. Right. The hazardous conditions make Antarctica one of the last unexplored places on Earth because so little is known about the continent. This makes it a perfect breeding ground for conspiracy theories. There's another reason, and I'm going to say this right now, that it is one of the last explored places on the planet. It's so fucking cold there, no one can live there. Anyway, let's keep moving.
Wait, hold on. What's the temperature of Antarctica? Let's see what the right now.
I don't think the Weather Channel covers Antarctica.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
Are you ready? Negative 59 degrees.
Okay.
And it's guess what? It's snowing as well. It's and the wind. You want to hear what the wind is?
Yeah.
The wind is 43 miles an hour.
So you're telling me if there is a 90 whatever year old fucking Hitler in Antarctica, if he steps 1 foot outside, he's going across the ocean. Like,
Yeah.
All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure that Antarctica was just as harsh as I thought it was. Anyway, so much of it remains unexplored and unknown, and it makes people think that anything could be there. Maybe more ice. Another contributor to this belief is that there has been some bizarre military activities that have occurred at Antarctica over the years, such as supposed German boats coming or the U.S. project Operation High Jump. These strange events and the lack of information around them often lead people to conclude that it must be because there is something going on there that the government doesn't want us to know about. rumors and speculation abound, and a conspiracy theory is born. In this case, people are simply misinformed and not looking at the evidence correctly, or just not looking at all. These are the type of Northeast Alabama, rural Alabamans.
Have you ever been to Alabama?
No, it's one of my least desired places to ever visit.
All right. I've been there. I've been there a bunch of times, right? Not a bunch, probably like 3 times, right? That place is the only place that I've ever fucking been where I truly believe, like, you know, that conspiracy theory I touched on earlier, it was that we're all being watched by thousands. That's exactly how I felt the entirety time I was in fucking Alabama. Like, genuinely. Those motherfuckers don't keep your eye off you. So, I mean, this is their crowd. Actually, all conspiracy theories actually come from Alabama.
In Florida?
I mean, yeah, Alabama and Florida. I mean, it's just
a little bit from Jersey, just because that's a weird place.
Yeah, that is a really weird place. I mean, we got Snooki. We don't talk about it.
Today, much of the information concerning some of the military activities at Antarctica has been made public, and now people can read up on the facts of some of these missions. Many believers are also guilty of engaging in confirmation bias. A tenet of confirmation bias is that ambiguous evidence will be seen as supporting one's theory. There are not many records surrounding the whaling expedition in 1938, so believers will look at this event and interpret the ambiguity of the evidence in such a way that it supports their theory.
See, this is it is my problem, because it's like the same type of people that believe that the moon landing's fake. You have a giant pile of evidence that you can slap on the table. I mean, it's a fucking book the size of the Eiffel Tower, right?
Yeah.
And these guys, if you prove that to them, they just think, oh no, you're part of the conspiracy.
I think Joe Rogan said it absolutely the best. It goes, either the moon landing actually happened, or there is so many, we're talking millions of people lying and having the same exact story. Which is more unbelievable?
It's the same thing with like the world being flat. No one's fucking lying to you, you fucking mongoloid. Like, Jesus fucking Christ. I just don't get it. You can't make fun of them. You can't,
because they live on the internet.
The problem.
They're gonna...
No, because then they feel oppressed.
Flat lives matter.
We don't want flat lives matter. We don't want the flat earthers feeling oppressed. God, no.
Many of these I think this is a typo, believers actually come from flat earth. Flat earthers often propose that it is illegal to go to Antarctica and has a constant military presence. That's why none of them can go investigate if the ice wall is out there. Or, let's just bear with me, maybe Delta Airlines doesn't want to fly your fucking dumbass out there because nobody else wants to go. It's like saying, let's go to Atlantis. Like Delta's gonna be like, okay, into the ocean we go, and fucking drown everyone on the plane. No, like the reason you can't go there is because no one wants to fucking go there. There's no way to get there. Like, you are welcome to get in a fucking rowboat and just go. Like, no one's gonna stop you. You could just fucking start at Florida and just and go down yourself. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you, no one over in South America is gonna be like, oh, look at that fucking white gringo over there. We're gonna, you know what I'm saying? Somebody should stop him before he gets to the ice wall. Like, that motherfucker gonna fall off. Like, no, like, you know what I'm saying? Get all of your fucking. You have to have, like, I think statistically, one of you flat earthers got to have at least a decent bank account. Just buy a nice, and all of you just go down there, okay? You guys don't even need real food. You just get you get some raviolis, you get some Chef Boyardee, you cook that shit over like a Bunsen burner or something, whatever makes you happy, and you could just live off of ramen noodles and packaged snacks for the next 50 years, and then whatever.
See, okay, dude, here's my problem. Here's my problem with the whole flat earth thing, right? We got people like Mike Hughes, right? Like you just said, all you have to do is get a boat and just go. You know what I mean? No one's stopping you. You can do that. You can do that at any time. You know what I mean?
It's no different than fucking religion. I think religion's retarded. There's a lot of people out there, but I'm not gonna go on some grand voyage to the sky to find out if God's living up there. You know what I'm saying?
You see, he's so high you can't see.
Yeah, bro. 420. So being a part of the flat earth community is what allows them to sustain their beliefs. They have a whole community to engage with and back them up in their beliefs. So it's like this reconfirmation circle that basically you're like, hey, Tim, it's real, right? He's like, I don't want to be stupid, so I guess, yeah, Jeff, it's real. You know, and then they both feed into each other. So that way they don't like publicly out themselves. It's like that weird thing where like, you ever seen those like movies where like the two like guys who are acting straight, but they're really gay and they're like, well, what do you want to do? You know? You know, they're sitting on the couch together. They're like, yeah, maybe we can just, what do you think about wrestling? You think we should wrestle? No. It's a little gay? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, it's kind of like that. So they're just too afraid to admit to each other that, like, maybe they might be wrong. So they just constantly feed bullshit to each other to reconfirm their own bullshit. And that's just how a lot of those very uneducated communities or conspiracy communities work.
That's true, though. That's completely true.
The idea that Nazis built a secret base at Antarctica is not based in evidence to date. There has been nothing found to support it. If it's believers, who wrote this? If believers are simply engaging in confirmation and are misinterpreting what they call or claim as their evidence, most of the believers are also a part of the flat earth community. Yep.
What a fucking surprise.
This is what gives them the support to continue their beliefs. Did I already read this? Surrounding their mysterious continent of Antarctica, like many other theories, it's a long way from being confirmed. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Will V, and I just want to address a few things. So first of all, you had seen back there that I had stopped the drawings. Well, I got tired of drawing, and I've already put a ton of time into this project and a few other projects that we're working on. So I just can't justify, I guess, drawing a 30-minute video every single time. And when I came to that consensus, me and Trustin brainstormed, and we figured out a way to do that same style but more efficiently. It just needs time to set that up. So when we set that system up, that is, you're not going to see, it's going to be on our back end, that style will be better, and eventually we might be able to even minorly animate stuff. Very minorly. It's nothing crazy. But again, there needs to be prep work done for that, and once we realized we could do that and it would make our lives easier just going forwards making these videos, well, it was a no-brainer that I would just do that, and we'll have to chalk it up to 20 minutes plus the videos. I realized that 20 minutes is a little long for this type of content anyway, and we want to try and compress it down to 10 to 15 minutes. We just recorded so much time in one section that it was a shame that if we didn't use it all. And if you made it this far, I really appreciate it. We're gonna leave some links here in the description. I stream occasionally some games that me and Trustin will play. We do play Valorant here and there. And I play a few other games. I also have a personal YouTube channel, and that'll be in the link below. And all of our social media links for the Grim Adventurers, Twitter, and all that good stuff. And peace out, guys.